and welcome to Spoiler Alert, where I tell you how something was that isn't yet. This week we're taking a look at Spectre, the latest film in the James Bond franchise, a movie series about an older British man who goes to exotic locations and fucks shit up, much like his empire once did. At the start of Spectre, we find James Bond mourning the loss of Judi Dench's M as he butts heads with the current M, who's in the midst of a power struggle against C. Did we mention that this movie is brought to us by the letter Q? When James starts tracking down the head of Spectre, which is totally not Hydra, he meets and must protect the widow of a mob boss who died under mysterious Daniel Craig-shaped circumstances. In the process, they encounter the villainous and creepy Franz Oberhauser, played by Christoph Waltz, who is finding it difficult to get roles in Hollywood that are anything but villains now that he has that swastika stuck on his face. You can pretty much guess what happens next. Some people get shot, buildings explode, James gets laid, James gets betrayed, usually by the woman he just got laid with in a phenomenon I call getting belayed, and then all is revealed when we find out that the head of Spectre is really Blofeld. Spoiler alert? I mean, Bond fans know this. Blofeld has been the head of Spectre since the golden age of cinema. This is like showing people The Empire Strikes Back today and expecting them to gasp at the big plot twist. I don't want to give anything away, but there's a baby daddy involved. This reveal actually plays into the larger issue with the James Bond franchise, which is that it is severely dated. Nothing wrong with Bond, he's just a product of yesteryear, a time when we believed in monologuing villains, disposable female leads, and heroic British people. We now know, of course, that anyone with a British accent is in fact evil. Not that there hasn't been progress. I mean, at least they aren't naming women after vaginas anymore. I mean, Honey Rider was kinda clever, but Pussy Galore seems a little, well, not on the nose, perhaps a little lower down. Spectre is also making history by casting Monica Bellucci as a Bond girl, the oldest to date. It's about time Bond started dating someone his own age. Something tells me that James pushing 50 Bond wouldn't exactly click with millennials. It's not just us at Spoiler Alert either. Daniel Craig himself has noted that there are a myriad of problems with the James Bond persona. If you take away the gear, sports cars, and suits, you're left with an old, vaguely drunk, misogynistic sociopath. Which I suppose is why Bond's famous for hitting and quitting, unlike, say, Sir Mix-a-Lot, who famously would rather stay and play. If Bond stayed with the women he seduced, they would realize that he's more creepy uncle than suave man of mystery, and you can only hear him introduce himself as Bond. James Bond, so many times before you realize that he is in fact the biggest drama queen in existence. So that's it for this week's Spoiler Alert. Join us next week as we get digital with Digimon Adventure Tri, which I have been looking forward to way too much. As always, leave us comments down below telling us what else you'd like us to review in advance, and until then, don't say I didn't warn you.